Let's get this athletics check.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Hell yeah, Lan. You're great. To the basement. Oh, hello, little gnome.
Let us be off.
This is my kind of work.
Loot in all the booze.
Let's move.
The elderly gnome, so portly as to be nearly spherical, is curled up in the corner of the basement, shaking. Marauders, bandits, scavengers! And a very good day to you as well, my dear shopkeep. Yeah, makes sense. We're all those things and much, much more. Before you report us to the authorities, mind if we have a chat? Please calm down. No one's gonna rob you. Gnome peers at you. You do not look better dressed than the local thieves and ragamuffins. You came here to tell me that the nightmare's over? No, it's not. You're here to steal my riches. Get back! The gnome notices Woljif, and his rounded face turns scarlet. You, Woljif, the dirty little sneak thief. You've been sniffing around my shop for years. Finally worked up the courage to rob me, did you? Get out of here. You and your pals have taken everything already, I'm sure. Noah seems to settle slightly. My name's Feliman something. I was the owner of this shop, but I'm not sure I can claim to be the owner of anything now. I hope there's at least something left on it. Oh, come off it. Your shop's fine. It's a bit ransacked, maybe, but nothing a bit of spit and polish can't fix. Where were you the night of the robbery? Do you think I robbed my own shop? I was here, in the basement. I was told to make it look like I'd left. The Watch was very keen to get their hands on those Tieflings. They seem to be multiplying all over Galorian. So, of course, I did everything they said. I've been stuck in the basement since then. The golem wouldn't move away from the door no matter how much I yelled at it. But then I thought that it was all to the good. Somebody came by after the gods and caused a ruckus upstairs, bellowing like man, taking advantage of my absence. Tell me about the Tieflings that have visited Ancestries and Wonders recently. Why should I tell you anything about my customers? You're not from the City Guard or the Eagle Watch. Chief, if he keeps digging up his heels like this, just say the word. I know how to loosen his tongue. Plus 16. Plus 16. Well, at least I saved. This is a high DC. Oh, it succeeded! I guess I only need to roll a 4 on a dice. So they haven't got the Tieflings? I thought the city's finest were on the job, and they... You can't rely on anyone. Ask your questions, then, if it's so important. Tell me about Woljif. Fellman's face wrinkles in distaste. Woljif Jeffdo, right? Yes, I've heard of him for a long time. I thought I'd rather... Oh, goodness. Thought I'd rather not know him at all. He's been skulking around my shop for years, treating the place like a free museum. He always wanted to look at the moon of the abyss. I'd chase him out, but he'd just slink back in again. If he was with this gang that robbed my shop, I bet anything he swiped the moon. How come I'm the prime suspect? Whoever betrayed us all, that's the one who's got the moon. I want to see it return too. You get me? I don't like the idea of other people's grubby mitts on it. Tell me about the red-haired tiefling. Fellman falls into thinking. A red-haired tiefling? I suppose yes. There was one who came in, spent a long time looking around. He was a person of modest means. I could tell by his clothes, but he asked me to show him an Asimar-made chainmail. He certainly couldn't afford it. That's when I suspected that something was off. I checked everything after he left, but nothing was missing, and that put my mind at ease. I can't remember what he looked like. I didn't get a good look at his face. All I remember is that he was wrapped in a green cloak like he was freezing. That's all I have. Tell me about the tiefling woman. Oh, sorry. That's it! With that description, we'll surely sniff him out. Come on, Chief. Back to Sister Kara's me we go. Have a good, long, shifty... at all my brothers who put these clues together. Something tells me our traitor isn't going to wiggle out of this one. What about the tiefling woman? Philemon scratches his chin. A tiefling woman. Yes, I remember her now. A noble lady. Unlike the tiefling ruffians we have around here, she purchased magical equipment for the crusade, and she promised to come again. If only all tieflings were like that, I'd be laughing all the way to the bank. Everything I want to know. If that isn't enough to help me catch the thieves, I don't know what else to tell you. Now be on your way and leave me in peace with the wreck of my shop. Alright, sweet. Green cloak, red hair. That's a fun area. Oh, hey peeps, what's up, man? Right. Well, it's that guy. Karasmi drums her fingers nervously on the handle of her blade. Well, are you going to tell me who the traitor is? The name and the moon of the abyss that they stole. I don't need anything else. I met some of the tieflings from your gang. One of them got trapped trying to get into an underground passage. And what? We all made a pact. Everyone for themselves. We'll meet up at the arranged time and place. If they were dumb enough to crawl into some hole in the ground, that's their lookout. I'm not their nanny. The game is so good, dude. I mean, it's a lot of dialogue, but the combat's really interesting. And the cool part about it is that the dialogue is actually done well. All the side quests aren't just go here, fetch this thing. Everything is really neat about this. Alright, take a good look at the suspects. The tieflings are tense and ready to reach for their weapons. The only redheads are Melrune and Doff. The dark-skinned tieflings are Vanir, Doff, and Meldrun. Doff, Meldrun, and Tave have straight horns, but Tave is female. Only Varn and Melrune have green cloaks. Varn, Melrune. I mean, he's red hair, green cloak. I'm gonna save anyway. Melrune. How's your streaming going recently? You'll pay for this. Voltiel and Hepzibah will get you in the end. Oh, kick the dirt out of him. Grab him. Take him away for questioning. Karasmi looks weary, but her earlier tension is clearly lifted. He confessed. Someone connected to the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the moon of the abyss, and the best idea he could come up with is to drag us into it. He got the scroll to take out the golem. He betrayed us to Erebeth so he could swipe up the amulet in the chaos. He thought we'd get nicked, and he'd slink off to meet with his customer. You got the moon of the abyss. Let me look at it one more time. My whole life I've dreamt of holding it in my hands, if only for a second. He said when he got to the windows display the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. He had time to hand the moon off to the person who ordered it. Bloody cultists. I don't really give a toss. I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this. What are you going to do now? Clear out of this place. The sooner the better. This city's dying. I don't want to die with it. The city would have already died if not for the people who stood up to defend it with weapons in their hands. So defend it. I'm not stopping you. It's your city, but we've always been outsiders here. Why should we fight for you now? What are you going to do with the traitor? Karasmi nonchalantly picks at her nails with her knife up. He'll be sent to visit his distant relatives on their farm, to think about what he did. Any more questions? Can I join the family? Karasmi bursts out laughing. That's all you want? You can have your pick of the non-tiefling gangs. You've no need to tread in our territory. I feel that, man. They pretty much tripled our workload at work today. It got so bad that we stayed an hour late for overtime, and the boss said, "Alright guys, we have more work to do, but go home, we'll do it tomorrow." It's crazy. The family is for tieflings only, no exceptions. Gotta go. Good decision. I don't plan to hang around here long either. Karasmi turns to leave. Sister! Woljif nervously bites his lip. His cheeks are flushed and his tail is swishing through the air. You forgot something. What now? You should be happy to be alive. An apology. You promised to apologize to me, loudly in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well? That. Karasmi shrugs indifferently. So, sorry, I suppose, for being wrong about you this time. Don't think that just because you didn't act like a jerk this one time, that it cancels out the rest of your record. I know all about you. Till next time, Woljif. This diplomacy, that was a shitty apology. Karasmi's eyes harden, but then she sighs. Alright, fine. I'm sorry, Woljif. Let's part on good terms. I don't need to do the intimidate one. Don't need to make her an enemy. Seriously. I'm actually going to stop streaming on Fridays because I'll spend more time with the wife and have more time to edit my YouTube stuff. So I'm just doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays now. And this Saturday, I'm going to be starting playing Pokemon. I'm not sure if I told you about that one, but I'm playing a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Sword. Or, no, sorry, Shield. Pokemon Shield. Woljif watches her go, his tail relaxing. Better than nothing. Listen, Chief. When you've got a spare minute, come see me. I've got something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. I don't like sitting below ground when the buildings above is ready to crash down on our heads.
Follow me.
I want to go pick this lock. Do you think Karasmi would forget to lock a vault with a pile of money in it? You should be so lucky. If you want to clear the cobwebs out of their pockets of yours, you're going to have to try a bit harder.
Might be trap, might be treasure. My tail is twitching.
Ooh, 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 hidden wall, hidden wall, hidden wall. Oh. Okay, that's a weird menu, but alright. No, never apologize for puns. Puns are currency in my stream. I live off puns. Puns and dad jokes. Tiefling's accounting books. Interesting. Is it just a regular Karma and Kukri? What? Maybe those Tiefling books will be important later. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm actually going to have my wife, who is obsessed with Pokemon. The only Pokemon game I've ever beaten was Fire Red and X. And I've never done Nuzlocke before. So my wife's going to sit on the sidelines, not in camera because she's shy, and she's going to be critiquing me. It's going to be freaking great. Oh, right. I didn't find anything about the singer. Well, let's plan our attack then. I mean, maybe I'll make a save before I plan the attack because I want to make sure I can do the quests.
Logic is lacking.
Into the fray.
Yeah, I realized that between YouTube and streaming, I was kind of, I don't know, not ignoring her because I spent a lot of my time off, but it just wasn't enough time. So I figure start a little bit earlier on Mondays and Wednesdays and get enough footage. And I'll give the regards to the wife. She's excited that I've had a regular like you peeps. You've been pretty great. So you're still doing the Platinum of Kingdom Hearts, or did you beat that? Oh, it is. It's based on the style of Baldur's Gate, original Baldur's Gate, original Icewind Dale. It actually even has a turn-based mode that you can toggle on and off. For like the baby encounters, it's pretty good just to have it on auto battle, or not auto battle, but freeform, because it can get boring. But for big fights, I like to turn turn-based on and plan my moves and move the characters around. It's really cool. What's our strategy for the attack on the Great Garrison? I shall lead the rest of my forces in a frontal assault. This will distract the enemy enough to let you use the secret passage and reach the Wardstone. Destroy it before the demons turn Iomede's gift into a weapon of the abyss. Definitely to get list. This game is fantastic. Most of the allies you found will join my forces, but you can expect a certain amount of support from them. In these dark days, the most unlikely allies join forces to fight the common foe. All Tieflings are treated with prejudice in Canabras, let alone the smugglers and the thieves of their kind. And yet, they're on our side, and I'll make sure their contribution is not forgotten after the victory. They'll be of little use in open combat, but they'll help you spot secret doors and warn you about traps. Yeah. Yeah, Representation would be cool to watch, especially with the variants of the characters. Maybe you should at least record it. You might be able to do like an edited upload on YouTube. It might be cool to see like the path to get platinum. You can call it Path to Platinum. So this won't end the chapter. Take a quick moment to Google this quest. Starward Gaze. Yeah, I mean, hell yeah. Even if it's just to, like, archive, it's always good to have that. Hell yeah. It's mostly just, like 30-minute block uploads of my streams, but I'm putting out, I think, 1 episode of Kingdom Hearts and 2 of Pathfinder a day. And then I have a full playthrough of 1 and a full playthrough of Dark Souls 2 on it. Oh, did I? Oh, I completely missed it. It was in the party house. Oh, no. Well, let me go get her. So there was a mission I was supposed to find an acolyte, and I was like, oh, I'll just keep playing the game. Maybe I'll find her. I completely overlooked her in one of the areas. Oh. Do you have a YouTube at all, Peebs, or do you just stream? If you do, I'll definitely subscribe to your YouTube. You make some good content. Alright, where are we? Party house. That was the bard I was looking for. Try to fight.
Do not fear. Do not
You've crossed the
waver.
wrong mongrel.
Onwards.
I mean, to be fair, I was too a month ago, and I'm still a big noob, but just popping on YouTube and doing some tutorials is really easy. Easy. It's good to follow along with. I use, oh, what's it called? Brain can't remember what the program's called. DaVinci Resolve. It's completely free, so you don't even have to worry about, you know, paying for it. And it does pretty good editing, so I definitely recommend it. And then I use a program called GIMP, which is also free to edit thumbnails. It took me a little bit to get decent at it, but it wasn't that hard. I mean, I'd never done any sort of streaming YouTube video content creation before like a month ago.
Yet another obstacle.
Out of my sight.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I just looked up like how to edit videos on YouTube, and there's people that have step-by-step tutorials of how to do just basic stuff, and then you can go to more advanced. Like, I literally just first started out by just taking a block of stuff and plopping it in a video and shipping it, and then I slowly learned how to, you know, edit intros, and my dad helped create a song for my my intro video that I can pop on the beginning, and you know, it's just a little bit of practice, and it's actually a lot of fun once you realize that you're just slowly building up your repertoire of skills. Something I haven't really done since, you know, school. I haven't learned stuff for fun in a while.
Let's move.
Yep, there she is. I just completely went past her. Thank you, stranger. The girl does not look the least bit scared. Her cheeks are flushed and her blue eyes are glinting. For saving us from the demons and for your timely entrance, I swear I don't know who has enraged me more today, the demons or the oh-so-affable master of this house. I'm a friend of Ilk's. He asked me to find you and protect you. The young woman claps her hands together. Ilk's is alive, and he's made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now, when the city is under siege by the demons, and those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us, doing nothing useful. Oh. My headphones had a little glitch there for a second. How'd you end up here? Holren's hounds found me and Wallflower and tried to capture us. I distracted them and then lost them in the streets before charming my way into this party. Even if the Inquisitors saw where I went, they wouldn't have been allowed past the door. Holren holds no sway among certain members of the aristocracy, so I picked a good place to lie low. That is, until the demon showed up. The girl shivers and wraps her arms around herself. Now that's more I like it. Oh no, what was his voice? No, that's more like it. I have inadvertently been harboring a traitor wanted by the Carnivorous Inquisition. The day wasn't such a waste after all. Do you know where the third of your group is? Wallflower? No idea. If he knows about the demon attack, he won't just hide away. He'll go out and try to help people. If he doesn't know, well, you have no chance of finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors won't expect. Pose as someone, disguise himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes in the temple. The girl becomes lost in thought for a moment. I know. I'll tie my shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away and know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Carnivorous' Market Square. Tell me about yourself. I'm Aranka, traveling bard and follower of Desna. Many of my fellow bards are rootless misfits who wander the world, unwilling or unable to live a normal life. But for me, that's only partly true. I have a wonderful family, my mother, father, grandmother, and brother. Right now they're far away, and I'm sure they miss me. But they have always supported me in my vocation, and they let me be free to roam, because they knew that I couldn't be happy while there's so much in the world I hadn't explored, and so many places where people might need my help. What can you tell me about the master of the house? About the Count? The girl's voice drops to whisper. I've wanted to smash a jug of water over his head about 5 times today already. He just brings that feeling out in people. It's one of his many talents. Other than that, well, you probably already heard about the Arende family. All I can say is that the Count's servants flee this place like rats from a sinking ship. No one ever stays here long, even though he pays them extravagantly. I even heard one servant complain that he always feels uneasy in the Count's home, like someone's watching him, unseen eyes staring at the back of his head, even if his back is to the wall, even if he turns around. I don't know if I believe all these lies, but I'm just telling you what I've heard. Yeah, that's the word in the streets, too. The Tiefling hunches his shoulders. This mansion is the tastiest morsel in the whole city, but all the thieves are afraid to even set foot in the street. Are you deliberately talking as if I'm not here? Excellent. Like any polite host, I shall return the favor and act as if you're not here either. Why'd you decide to break into the wardstone and cast magic on it? You put your lives at risk, and your information could have been a trap set by the demons. But it wasn't a demon trap. Aranka says forcefully, then her voice softens and her expression turns pensive. You know, living next to the war wound and seeing the powerlessness of the Crusaders, it's very hard. We've been trying to defeat the demons for 100 years now, and we've nothing to show for it. I think Queen Galfrey and the other leaders think that we can defeat evil if we line up our soldiers in perfect columns and send them marching off with a stirring battle cry. We just need a few more soldiers, a little more discipline, but we've been marching for 100 years, and it's always one step forward, 2 steps back. And while the soldiers are marching, people like Holgren are seizing power behind their backs. His fanaticism and cruelty were forged in the same furnace as the Crusaders' righteousness. We will never defeat the demons if we keep trying to march down the same path. We need to change track, to challenge our principles, trust our hearts and our friends, and not moldering doctrines. We need to listen to an entity that is willing to help us. My friends and I listened, and we trusted, and we tried to change something. At least we tried, even though it didn't work out. Great idea. Marching in straight lines won't work, so let's go attack the demons in a merry band of hopers and dreamers, burning with enthusiasm and doing just whatever we feel like. And the demons see us coming, they'll die of hysterics, and our victory will be complete. Naive children, that's what you are. But I admit, your words stir something in my soul. I wouldn't put you in charge of a military campaign, but I'd be proud to fight alongside you. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? It looks like the Inquisitors aren't bursting down the door just yet, and they're not hiding under the bed, so I think I'll be safe for now. I'll be fine on my own. I'll go to our temple, to Ilk's. The Inquisitor must have searched by now. They won't go back a second time. Good luck. May Desna be with you, stranger. And also with you. Let us pray. I need to go back to Market Square. Problem is, I don't know where he is. I don't know where it's telling me to go. It just says he'll be there somewhere. Huh. Or the starting area where you first visit the Market Square. Well, this is the starting area. So he's somewhere around here. Oh?
They will break against our
Plagued
will.
horse? Ew. Oh, I hate that. I've been here before. What?
March on.
That's an exit. I really have to just walk through the entire map. That would suck. Oh, there's another one.
Won't survive me.
I will see to your demise.
I guess enemies repopulate sometimes. That's kind of neat.
Onwards.
That's where we found Ember.
Let us be off.
I hope I didn't fuck up the quest line. Wish this guy had, like, a map. Oh, it does. Okay. This is around this house. It says he should be here. I really hope I didn't fuck that up, because that leads me to the Azada Mythic path. Oh.